That's the Mass Transit Committee meeting. Agendas before you. We have previous minutes. Can I have a motion on the previous minutes, Peter? Second, Joe. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Nay? Okay, current business is next, and we have the County Airport Authority here with John McDonald and Peter, and they're going to give us a map of the new exit 4 on the Northway, which leads directly into the airport. And everybody, John McDonald, thank you for coming.
Well, thank you for inviting us.
I'm glad you brought the map. I couldn't figure it out.
I'm going to start with
That'll just
this
help
site
with
map.
it.
And I'll start with some orientation so everyone knows where the land is.
pass this one down. Okay.
Which is the south of,
Collar, it's a little easy. You want it? Yeah.
This is the airport. We have two main runways. And we've got I-87. This heads north. We got Albany Shaker Road, comes in here right to the terminal. Route 7's up here. We have exits. 2's down here. We're at exit 4. There's no 3 yet. Everyone knows. No 3. We got exit 5. That comes into play a little bit. And then we've got exit 6. And the land that we're talking about is located right in this vicinity. And this is the Desmond right here. So you can see this is our main runway, our primary runway, that this is the safety area down here. So in 2007 and in 1999, we acquired most of the land in this zone right here, except for the Desmond. And the reason why we did that is that we need to control tree growth. You know, we can't have the trees growing high. So there's a couple of options that we have. One is to do an easement, a navigation easement, which restricts any buildings that go over a certain elevation, and it also allows us to go into tree cutting. It's very difficult to work with the owners, because they own the land. They do grant us a navigation easement, but over time you find that they're very reluctant to lay on the property to remove trees. So the best avenue is to purchase the property. We bought some 70 acres from Vitzigera and about 30 acres from Engel. So we control this quadrant right here. So everyone understands this is the main entrance to the airport. So, and not everyone here, Spear and I were joking that we started working on this exit so long ago that some of the legislators were not here. But and Peter goes, we come down and present this. We have, but it's been a long, long time. Like 5 years is probably not long enough. We probably started talking to the legislature, this body, about this exit up to 10 years ago. But now they're really asking us to advance what you have before you right here. And this is to convey the property from the airport to the New York State DOT.
If I could just interject, it's technically a condemnation. They are taking the property.
Right.
And, but the FAA has asked us to put the deed of release, which we can talk about, on top of it. But it's a taking. It's a taking. DOT is taking the property.
The state's taking it from the county?
From the county/airport authority.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to flip it this way because
Both are noticed on the legal documents.
if you're an engineer, you always have north facing north. And they didn't present this map in that way. So this looks a little better than having it run horizontal.
Yeah.
The Northway through Colony doesn't necessarily go exactly north. This is the true north right here. Our runway is true north, but this will give you some orientation. So this is the new exit as designed by New York State DOT. And if you don't mind, Mr. Chairman, I'll go through how it
Yes, please.
functions. Okay. So as you're coming up from the south, this will be from Stuyvesant Plaza area, Route 20. As you're coming up, you'll go off in the right-hand lane, and this is a flyover. This is going to go right over the 2 lanes of the existing I-87, existing Northway.
Yeah.
So it's called a flyover. It's elevated above the existing roadways. Then it's going to descend. Pardon?
What's that there on the flyover, those little buildings there?
This is Wolf Road right here, and this is our buildings, and the squares represent their property lines. But there's buildings all along Wolf Road.
John, whereabout is that where the exit comes over across. What,
What's the
is
closest
that
building
Computer
there?
Drive East or west,
No.
rather?
It's further down.
It's further down?
This is, okay, this is Albany Shaker Road right here.
Right.
This is the current exit.
Exit
as
4.
you exit 4 to the right. And then to get to the airport, you go,
Right.
currently, you go, if you
Under
come
the
off the
bridge.
exit, under the bridge, you
Right.
come in.
Right.
And Peter and I on our way down, Peter was calling me.
The Italian restaurant, the fish market, what's over, he's asking what's over, what building?
Ted's Fish
Yeah.
Fry,
Not,
John-
the other, yeah,
There's a-
But that's the other side, that's the,
yeah,
that's the east side.
the chain one,
What's a
yeah.
new hotel, a tall new hotel, Home?
Home to Suites is
Home
over,
Suites,
Home
is that
Homewood Suites right
right
there.
there? Okay.
Is that where the lobster and,
Yes,
and,
yes,
Red
That's what I'm trying to
Red
think.
the,
Olive Garden.
Olive
Yeah,
Garden?
the Olive Garden is that,
Garden.
yes, yeah,
I go there.
yeah, so do I, but
The
I
Olive
can't.
Seeger
Garden
moment.
right there.
All right.
So they're actually, New York State is going to be taking some land on the back door of these establishments right here. So as you head, like I said, as you're coming from the south, headed north, you're gonna hit the flyover, you go in, it's gonna land at Albany Shaker. If you're leaving the airport and headed south, you come out, you'll take a right, and you'll take this exit right here. So this is it's southbound. Going north, you go under the bridges, and you go the same way that you always did. You go north along this ramp right here.
Is that by the Times Union property
Yes,
there?
Times Union is
Right
right
there.
there. Yeah.
What's that other little loop? Come down.
This one here?
Yeah, that
Okay,
one.
if you're coming from the north to the airport and you want to go to Wolf Road, you're going to come down the north way, you can do this loop around, there's a light here, you go under the bridges and you're going to take Wolf Road down, that's how you get to Wolf Road.
Or you can
You're
get to
coming
the
from north.
airport as well by that.
Yes, you can take a left to the airport.
Yeah, you gotta take a.
You want to show them what they're eliminating coming from the north, John?
Yes,
How you do it
We're
now?
going to,
Yeah,
this
what do
is,
you want?
there's the other blue areas, of course, is where the construction is, that's highlighted.
Okay.
Right here, this is exit 5, and if you're coming from the north, you'd hit this ramp, and there's a ramp that runs along, it runs and connects the old Wolf Road right
Right.
here.
Right.
That's going to be eliminated, that segment of road right there.
Okay.
So to get on the Northway, they're going to create this new ramp, and it brings you right onto the Northway.
Okay.
So that is also being changed to accommodate this whole configuration. So that's the change, and the land that we're talking is 12 acres. It's along the ramp, it runs right along here. And that's the 12 acres, and there's also 6 acres, if you read the easement. Now, we had 2 easements that were completed. One was done by Doug Alvey, and his came in at 8...
Appraisals.
Appraisals.
Yeah.
Sorry, what did I say?
Easements.
Easements, yes, sorry. Appraisals, 2 appraisals. One was done by Doug Alvey for $829,000, and one was done by Bauer, and his was $855,000. And we settled on the $855 with DOT, so we got the higher amount. But once again, as I indicated earlier, the land was bought with FAA dollars. And so the FAA mandates that the funds revert back to the airport. And Peter can talk a little bit about, why we need your approval to do that, because there's certain language.
Sure, I can, sure. All the property we acquired, and we've acquired several hundred acres since the airport's been in existence.
400.
Okay, 400 acres since the airport is in existence, automatically becomes part of the leasehold with the county. As most people know, we have a 40-year lease with the county, and the county owns all the land. If we acquire an additional acre, that becomes part of the leasehold, and the title vests with the county. So we need the county's permission to divest ourselves of that. I mean, the state's taking it anyway. It's a condemnation, so they are taking it. But but if we were selling it to the state, we would need the county's permission because it automatically has vested with the county and is part of the leasehold. There's a grant assurance. When we accepted the grant to acquire those acreages, the grant assurance says if you ever sell it, you have to get release from the FAA and that the funds have to stay on the airport. Which, if you think about it, makes some sense, because they provided the funds that acquired the property. So those are the basic principles.
So that's what the request is tonight, is to authorize as a legislative body that change to our normal procedure and what has been dictated by our authority lease.
Thank you, John.
A question, Mr. Chairman, if I may ask. The intersection of the ramp with Albany Shaker,
Yes. Right
would
here.
that be a light?
Yes, that's a
Yeah.
light.
And, okay, which would be interesting. The blue that you have going to your left, are they repaving the road?
Paving that road.
Are they widening it to put in a center median?
Yes, they're actually,
Because
yes.
that's a dangerous,
I don't think they're doing that.
How about a snow fence?
No.
Nothing, no little wall, no wall?
so you're still gonna have those
Hey,
4 lanes
I can
together?
double check that, but I don't think that's part of the design. No.
You know the ramp where you go north, if you're going towards Stuyvesant Plaza and you eventually get off, they're lengthening that. So it's gonna take a lot of traffic off to the right and allow you to, so it'll help the congestion there.
Didn't they,
You follow what I'm saying?
didn't they
Yeah.
repave part of D'Alessandro Boulevard?
Yes.
Yes, up to the point where DOT is gonna.
Okay, so the first part of it's already been
Yes,
repaved.
yes, and this
Can-
is,
Oh, I'm sorry.
yes.
I can't help myself with the map here, but I know you guys have your own traffic study for that area. For that, a couple of years ago, Steve Iacchetti talked about. And then I know CDC and the county and the town are doing the whole Shaker Road strip. They've talked about there being a major benefit by the reconfiguration of Shaker Road and the Northway and the whole Exit 3 diverting Shaker Road traffic.
Right.
Is there anything there? Yeah.
This
that-
is being widened here. This is definitely gonna be widened.
So it's gonna add
lanes
extra
here.
lanes of traffic, or?
I can check on
I
that
figured
question.
Peter would know the answer to this.
Well,
I
we
agree.
leave the
I totally
airport,
agree.
on an early day, we leave the airport at 5 o'clock, okay?
Yeah.
So, and I live in Manans, so
Yep.
I'm heading in an easterly direction.
Yep.
That's a traffic jam. Actually, we had trouble coming here
Yeah. Like I
today,
said,
coming down.
Peter called and said, you better
I took
take
Albany
a
Shaker and I told him that, yeah,
faster route.
Don't go that way.
yeah.
We gave ourselves 45 minutes to
Right.
get here. We had to push it
So,
to get,
But-
because this is the problem right here.
just to clarify, it'll be 4 lanes.
You know how it opens up to
with
3
them all
lanes so
in
you can get on the
between, right
Northway
up
going
to where
right,
that,
coming from the airport?
meets.
Yes.
That's gonna be what- they're gonna extend that.
That 3 lanes?
Yeah, so,
Up to the circle,
That'll be
the
5
circle at
lanes.
Maxwell?
No, they're not going beyond where that blue is on the right. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
In terms of that
It's gonna
widening,
meet
yeah.
the other road.
See, because they were trying to make
With
the
them all.
argument, well, I'm on a different subject.
When will this
Yeah.
start?
Well, the only thing we can say publicly is we have to have this done by June. Have this transaction and all, they need to do all their land acquisitions by June, that's what they're telling us. But it's very soon.
Yeah, we said, can we bring it to the legislative, go into the next cycle, and they said no. They insisted that we at least apply to go.
So do you anticipate
Tonight.
groundbreaking this season?
We can't, see, we're.
We can't speak for
we're not
DOT.
authorized to
No,
say.
it's, okay.
Yeah, clearly.
But they're moving along.
It's clear,
You're part of
We have
getting the
clear
ducks in a
message.
row.
yeah, where the clear message is there.
Might I want
We
to
can say
avoid
just-
that section in late August or early September?
Well, look, thank you,
I have
John.
one more question.
One more.
You see where your doodles come off of the north, that one there?
Yeah, it's
See,
fine.
it naturally looks like it could shoot over and join the top blue line of Shaker Road a little to the left. There's a funny little line right there,
Oh, yeah.
left over there.
Right here.
I'm not gonna touch her.
They don't
But
know.
what is this? And then why, I just wondered why it just looked like it would just
Well,
naturally
yeah,
go there.
one of the issues that we have here is, the FAA doesn't like anything to be in this zone right here. This is the runway protection
Just
zone.
like headlights would face
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah,
That
so
makes
what they
sense.
try to do is they try to reduce the standing traffic and any traffic in here. So what they've done is they've taken, they turned it,
That's the
they
runway.
shortcutted it to here, because this will be standing traffic.
Yeah.
So they didn't want standing traffic right here as close to the end of the runway.
John, where is the Engel land that was sold, and where was the Stewart's going to be?
Right here, and the Stewart's is planning to be right there.
But the Stewart's withdrew that.
They did. And now, the new owner's Tom Burke.
Yeah. Does he own the whole thing?
He owns all 38 acres that was previously owned by Engel.
So even the 2-acre Stewart's parcel? Even the 2.5 acres to it.
He owns the entire.
So they did away with that subdivision, or it's still a
Correct.
two-piece subdivision?
No, they did away with it.
So that could be potential commercial development,
Right,
and that's not part of any taking.
no.
Okay.
Okay, John, thank
So we
you.
look forward to having you guys.
I really, exit 4, I want one.
Yeah, we do. We do.
Okay, any questions for John O'Donnell, CEO of the Airport Authority? I entertain a motion to adopt the resolution.
I make a motion.
I'll second it.
Motion made by Joe, second Peter. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's adopted unanimously.
Thank you.
Thank you, John.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.